Good morning, everybody. Always do this so early. So this is day 2 of the Arena Open after going 7-1 yesterday, and so we're gonna see how this goes. Do a nice little draft here. So we have to join the first draft between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. and play their matches by 12. Winning all 4 matches will allow for a second loss in the second draft, so you don't have to go 3-0. You can go 3-1. 4-0, 4-1. Players must join the second draft between 12 and 2. Play their matches by 6. And the second day of competition is open and only qualified from players from day 1. Day 2 format is 2 traditional Karlov Manor drafts with best of 3 matches using sideboards and individual timers. Players may only enter once, even if they have qualified multiple times. And if bad happens, you've got customer service that you can contact. So, good news is that at the very least we get our gem payout from day 1, even if we bomb out and go 0-4. And if we get a single win, we get a free draft. Get 2 wins, we get almost 2 drafts. Yeah, I've made it to 2 wins and 2 losses twice now. Oh, so I'm gonna take a quick little, I'm gonna get some coffee, wake up a little bit, and then we'll run this mammer jammer. All right, well, gotta stop procrastinating at some point. Let's do this thing. See how long the queue takes. So if you hear me typing on my keyboard, what I do before I do this draft for part of my Arena Open prep is I lay out the cards that I'm looking to take at different points within the draft, and it just kind of helps soothe my anxiety about like which cards to take. And so if you hear me typing furiously, it's because I'm trying to navigate my kind of pre-made plan, if you will. A lot of it goes off of what I publish every Monday and Tuesday, or at least every Tuesday, in my podcast, No Rares Required. So kind of like what cards have been performing well for the average person, and I like to lean on data, and I know it's not everybody's thing, but it's worked well enough for me. And if there's something like where there's a rare and I don't take it, and you're like, why? Let me know. Yeah, this is, it's fun. You get like the Arena Opens give you a level of competition that you don't usually get on Arena. Like everybody here has at least been successful in doing a trophy in a sealed pool, and you get some really good players. I mean, some not quite pros, but like should be pros. They compete in this thing, so like you get some tough competition. We'll see how this goes. Last time I forgot to click record though, so hopefully I got it this time. All right, here we go. All right, we've got Codebreaker. That is excellent. Private Eye is also tempting. Dractic Confession, Red Herring, Crocodile. So I think I'm probably going to take the Codebreaker and try, hopefully, to find like a space in red-green. Maybe we can wheel the Red Herring or the Hellion. Probably not. Maybe the Crocodile. Like, somebody's definitely on Novice Inspector. Blue, white, red. Perimeter Enforcer. Like, there's 3 really good detective cards and an Auspicious Arrival, so maybe white would be the way to go. I'm going to take the Codebreaker. Okay, and then we've got 10th Street Gossip. This is good. This fits into my red-green plan. And I don't know, but I think my suspicions are that white is going to be cut. All right, so there's an inside source too, so we could have been Novice Inspector inside source. this is going a little bit more off of the rares and uncommons rather than just taking the good commons right off the bat in white. I'm hoping the person to my left is taking the good white cards. But I like Offender at Large. Rubber Belt, I guess, can work in a pinch as well. But I'm going to take the Gossip here. Okay. Technician and Creeper. I think the Gadget Technician is going to be a little bit harder to get than the Vengeful Creeper. Vengeful Creepers have at least been going late on Arena. Don't know about in Pod. If red tends to be a little bit, I think, a stronger color than green. So I'm going to take the Gadget Technician here. Okay, again, another Gadget Technician over the Vengeful Creeper. Hopefully we can wield that. Evidence Examiner. Out cold. Yeah, morph creatures are good. Kind of what this archetype wants to be doing. So we'll see how this goes. Let's see what's in pick 5. Pick 5 is kind of where you want to look for, are you in a space that feels good? Or do you need to pivot? We could pivot into blue-red from here, depending on what's open. Okay, so nobody's in Golgari. Surprise there. Breakout, but I haven't been enjoying this card. An Inside Source here in pick 5. That's pretty crazy. Bubble Smuggler, Hot Shot, Repeat, Hellion. So we either take the Hellion here, or we take the Inside Source and decide maybe we're Boros. Like if we get an Inside Job, we could be relatively go wide with the double Technician. I'm gonna spec on the Inside Source. That's a really good card to see at pick 5. Yeah, but then we get no white here, so maybe the Hellion was right. All right, we've got Cryptex, which is no good. We got Surveillance Monitor, Clearing, Hotshot Investigators, Toxin Analysis, Felonious Rage, and Rebel Belt Maverick. Now we could also spec on blue. I'm losing some of my picks here, but it doesn't feel like green is actually as open as I want it to be. All right, there's an on the job. Okay, maybe we are actually just doing the red-white thing. We go wide enough? Okay. This is tricky. Sure. I don't like branch. I don't like candlestick. I don't like this. Benthic, I guess if we end up in blue-red. Work. Yeah, it doesn't feel like our red-green space is where I want to be. Red-blue. I'm going to take the Crocodile because I feel like green-blue or red-blue might be better. Alright, Fae Flight, Persuasive, Flotsam, and Defenestrated Phantom. Not great options. I don't really want to pick black up this late. Alright. Take the Defenestrated Phantom. Don't really want to play it. Okay, Vengeful Creeper. Snarling and Repeat. Vengeful Creeper Wheeling's good. I might have gotten distracted here, but we didn't see enough red, right? The red kind of died out. Not gonna rare draft. Okay. Uh-oh, it's not looking great. There's 2 dog walkers. Alright, there's an Inside Source. Got 2 votes for 3 for white. Well, the Phantom, maybe we're blue-white. If I take the Inside Source here, disregard my pack 1, pick 1. Treat these as blue cards. Like that. Just have very little blue here. Maybe we take the Lightning Helix. That's 4 cards lost to blue. Lightning Helix is good. Alright, I'm losing my navigation here. But I do think Lightning Helix is worth it. And Reckless Detective here is good. Okay, okay. Person of Interest versus Shock. We don't have a lot of interaction, so maybe we take the Shock. Person of Interest is kind of interesting. We should take that. It does work with our on the job. Maybe a second on the job versus Offender. Seems like we have... Yeah, I'll do that. Alright. Oh, we got another Lightning Helix. Okay, so this, I guess, people are just avoiding the Boros space. It's good. We didn't lose too many picks. We might be a little bit shy on playables. But we can always play like Crocodile as just a straight up Grey Ogre. Passing those Dog Walkers hurts. Wow. Dang it, should have taken the Offender. 3 on the jobs feels not great. I've done it before. Just take the Hellion, depends on creature count still. Because like 1, 2, 3. We're actually pretty low on creatures. Alright, Shady Informant. Maybe blue is the right space, but like we're just getting very mid blue cards. Okay, so let's say we're not blue. Scapegoat's alright. Like it better than the Night Watch. Got another Shady Informant, so I think I'm going to take the Goat here. Goat Wheeling's good too, and there's Haunch. Detonation's playable. I'd rather not run the Phantoms. We might need them. Alright, we've got a Symbol of the Player. Let's see. Makeshift Binding, Zim, but I gotta take Dogwalker, right? We need creatures, and that's one of the best ones, especially with our on the jobs. Okay. Plus, Bother's pretty good versus Arrival. I'm not a big fan of connecting the dots. Just have so many. Man, okay, that's like this other Makeshift Binding. Definitely better than Technician. But I think I need to make sure that I get the creature count up because I don't want to run the Defenestrated Phantoms. So I think we're just going to go with the interaction that we already have. This is probably too much. There's Satchel. No white. Okay. I don't want... I mean, this is all bad. Is there a disguise creature we could just play? I guess I could just play, like, green. We could splash green for a creature. Satchel's a stronger card, though. All Surprise Witness, Phantom, Diligence. I'm working a pinch. I like it more than just another Phantom, but, or yeah, our creature count's still a little low. Crowd Control Warden. Definitely not where I wanted to end up. Versus Haunch. Haunch is really tempting. We need just like the base creatures, right? So we could run a Braggart. Probably like that than bringing in a random Knife, Wisp Drinker. I think I'm more likely to try to splash something like Wisp Drinker than I am play Knife. Not been impressed with the Knife. Right, another Detonation, maybe. Oh, all right, well. So, yeah, all right. Dang. Just felt like there was enough temptation with the double Lightning Helix to be in Boros. And we saw that Inside Source on pick 5. That kind of derailed me off of the green. We got some blue that I kind of spent some time. I wish I'd picked up more of those dog walkers. I think if I just jammed Boros from the beginning, we actually had a better shot at it. Now, the question is whether or not the satchel's worth playing in, and that I don't think it is. So, I don't actually have a whole lot of cuts here. Anything in the sideboard that'd be worth bringing in? I don't think so. We got a deck. Not the best deck in the world. Cut on the job down to 2, maybe? It doesn't do anything if the board is empty. I might like it more than Call a Surprise Witness, though. Although Call a Surprise Witness on Inside Source gives you a 1/1 flyer and another 2/2 detective. Not bad. And like Reckless Detective's definitely worth bringing back. Codebreaker would be reasonable because then you get a 2/1 flying prowess. So I could see Call a Witness being better than On the Job. Then we've got Scapegoat, Inside Source. As far as our actual 3-drops go, oh, Wisp Drinker, that could go. That's not supposed to be there. I guess I will bring back the other On the Job. Run 3. Okay, got Disguise, Filler, Disguise. Okay, it's not the best deck in the world, but it's okay. I think we want 9 sources of red, since all of our 2-drops are red, or red-white. Helps us flip the Technicians. Then it's just going to be whether or not these combat tricks line up nicely. Alright, well, I'm going to take another break, think things over for a little bit, and then we'll run some games. Alright, well, there's a little bit of filler, right? I mean, like, ideally you don't want more than 3 of these kind of, like, need board tech cards. So we have 4. It's not the worst, right? We've got Shock and Lightning Helix, which is really our only removal, because I didn't take any makeshift bindings or anything like that, so we're really going to just use this probably to go face. We do have a relatively good early start into a lot of 3-drops. We don't really like... I mean, these are just going to be Grey Ogres most of the time, but they can flip into a flyer. Yeah, so like we've got a reasonable go-wide strat. No persons of interest, though, which kind of... that hurts. And then like this Braggart's definitely filler. So it's not great. It's not the best. It wasn't like we just had a completely open Boros line. Yeah. If we passed a bunch of dog walkers too. We could have had like 3 dog walkers. But the deck is going to go relatively wide. We're just going to have to make sure to not trade. And then be very selective with our Lightning Helix. But double Lightning Helix can carry, for sure. And Fuss can be really good with a whole bunch of 3 Grey Ogres into theirs. So, luck be a lady, let's do this thing. Alright, we won the coin flip. That's good. And we have 2 on the jobs in hand, which is not great. But this is definitely one of those hands that could just draw really poorly, but we've got both colors, and I believe in the heart of the cards. Play out the planes first to hide whether or not we have Shock in hand. It's also our weakest 2-drop. If we just draw lands, we're kind of in trouble. Hopefully we hit one of our mini 3s. And then kind of curve there. Nice thing about On the Job, too, is the Investigate. So, like, it does allow you to cycle. It allows you to use it a little bit differently than you normally would, like a Trumpet Blast. Clock does begin as soon as you're contemplating your hand, so... maybe they have a mulligan decision here? Oh, we get a free game in the Arena Open, you know. I feel kind of gypped my spicy competitive nature, right? Like, I want a good match. But clearly, I wouldn't complain with a session. You take those. Yeah, did opponent disconnect or something on round 1? They're doing the customer service strats. So, wow. Holy cow, I got a free victory on day 1. Oh, buddy. Alright, we have 2 3-drops. We're on the draw. We don't have red, which is our most common color. Is this going to be okay if we don't do anything until turn 3? And then we do turn 3 again and maybe shock something? All surprise witness can bring back the gadget technician, and then we can go with on the job. It's thin. Oh no, gadget technician doesn't work with call surprise witness. So this is a dead card too. Could be just, this could be a mulligan. Risky. I'm gonna do it though because we're on the draw. Alright, well this is better. We've got a turn 2 into turn 3s, and we can bring back the call surprise witness. I think our weakest card here is the defenestrated phantom. Curious about this combo. Oh, that's like the worst possible thing that they could have played, right? That's that 1/3 just makes the codebreaker do nothing. I still think I play it out here. God. We could trade this with the inside source. Gives me something to bring back with surprise witness if we hit red. I can flip the technician. But I don't really want to be trading the board, right? Looks like they defensively have the edge here. This feels like a really bad trade. And sitting back and not doing anything, I mean, that's just rough either way. Oh, especially because this will be a 3/3 if they don't trade. Alright, Codebreaker probably gets in then because they want to attack with the consultant. See if they take the inside source. Okay. Fair. Come on, red off the top. Red off the top. Alright, well, we can Lightning Helix here. Lightning Helix is seasoned consultant. Offer the trade. Heck. All surprise witness. Go, that's my plan. Maybe I'm not supposed to trade the tech, because I have on the job. They're cracking back for 6. It's going to be harder for them to block it, though. So, I think I'm actually not going to trade my dude. The heat is on. Okay. They're hitting for 7. I'm hitting for 4. So on the job would hit for 5 damage, so 9. 13. If they're not gonna block, could just win with on the job. They could too, right? They're hitting for 7 plus 6, so I'm just dead on the job. If that's the case, then we go to game 3. They have something too. Yeah, they didn't have on the job. Oh, we're just dead next turn though. If they have anything, if they have an answer to this, we're just dead. So assuming they remove one thing from my board, there was a pause. Die. I need to have, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 blockers to be able to win. Do I go for on the job here? Or do I play out the Shady Informant and flip my dude and get 3 blockers? Die to a combat trick. I think I'm going to go for the on the job. Maybe it's a shock. If it's a shock, I'd have to do it in response, though. If they have removal, I'm just dead. Alright, well. I was on a mulligan, and we were on the draw. So, hopefully we can do this. We don't have any sideboard options, right? This is pretty much, we just run this back. They had Inside Source and Person of Interest. Okay, we've got Codebreaker into 2 wards, and we have Double Pip Red. This is good. No Seasoned Consultant, okay. Nice. Good. There's a little bit of a play versus draw in Boros v Boros. Now that we have the board, this is looking very good. Case File Auditor, that slows us down a little bit. We can flip the Warden next turn. Warden's going to be really big. Still think I like the tech more. I guess the Crowd Control Warden can start threatening to attack, though, into the Case File Auditor. And like we can flip the Gadget Technicians. They might have removal, though, right? I guess I do this, and then, like, if they block, I can flip it. If they don't block, then I can play the Gadget and flip... Play the Gadget Tech and flip the other Gadget Tech. Oh yeah, and we got Dog Walker. We can make Warden massive. But right now it's already going to be a 6/6, so... I guess if they just block it with the 1/4, then that feels kind of meh, right? Okay, they didn't block it. We're going to go with the Dog Walker instead. Do this so that we can have options, either flipping the tech or the Dog Walker. These 1/1s can't attack. I think I like flipping here, especially because this requires double red. This is more flexible. I think I flip here. Oh, this makes... It does make the Warden bigger to flip the Dog Walker. So... Crowd Control Warden is going to be huge! They have the Destroy. Yeah. Alright. Made their move. Nice thing having 3 on the jobs, though, is that, like, should be pretty good here. Ooh, that's nice. All right, well, better. I'm better that they use that now before. So we're just gonna attack in the air. Play out another tech. Opponent's screwed on mana. Okay. All right. Pyrotechnic Performer, I see you. On the job waiting room, right? No! My dog walker. I have a Lightning Helix too. That's against the rules. Flip it pre-combat. One. See if they play around on the job. I guess I don't need to reveal it now. They might block differently if they know what I have. And I don't need the vigilance. Okay, the board is mine. Just don't play a land and then play no more witnesses. Don't wrath me, please. Okay, inside source. Spin. Definitely gonna draw. Alright, there will be casualties. So this gets blocked there, they eat a 1-1. I could also just wait. Then that puts the burden on them. They get in for 3, they go to 4. Depends on whether or not I want the 1-1 flyer to carry the burden. I'm going to go wide. It's punished if they have a wrath, right? I didn't get the damage in. This just is an impressive, it's an impressive board. Alright, well, they won when they were on the play, I won when I was on the play. Let's see if we can flip it, right? Oh, let's go! So they have make your move. They have like I'm not a big fan of the demand answers either in red. So we've got some cards that like are not super great. Oh man, well that's a mulligan. All right. Backup planes. They'll have 3. Not great. They also are on a mull to 6. Okay. We're doing the mirror match thing. I definitely don't want to be trading here with my fuss bother, right? I like this on 5. Are you going to do call a surprise witness to bring something back? Let the 2/2 through. I would trade the inside source here. Alright, well this is the problem in play versus draw. Inside source into person of interest. They just need a board pump and it's GG. Oh boy! Alright, and then the connecting's on. So they've got some cards. Honestly, they might have been in the same pod as us, right? Oh, case file auditors is ruining everything with my fuss bother idea. Yeah, it's just too many lands. They're hitting in for 8. They have to come up with 4 damage. Damn it. Oh, this is terrible. How do I win this? If I flip here, I hit him for 6. Maybe I need to hit bomb. No, I just don't feel like... Okay. If I plus everything here, I hit him for 6 as well. Then I don't have a very good plan next turn. And my inside source doesn't die. I can't call a surprise witness. I can flip here. 12. Alright. Not ideal, but... not mana. Yeah. Because then, like, next turn I could have at least made 3 1/1s, and, like, maybe that's gonna chump block enough that we're okay. Connect the dots is definitely looming. that source. God. Yeah, we're just dead. Dang, okay. That's just too wide. One more turn though, right? Like if it had just been the other way around, like be so much closer to winning. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I think it was relatively evenly matched. They just won the coin flip. Well, that connect the dots, man, would have given them whatever card they needed, that's for sure. They got case, and like, they got a good deck. I like what they're doing. It's good. We hit some of our weaker cards. Bystander, Witness, and Phantom are all kind of the cards we don't want to see either. All right, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be on to match 3. All red. Okay, well, we have a 3-drop. We have a 3-drop, and we have Lightning Helix when we hit white, and then we have a 5-drop. Not perfect, but it's okay. I do have 2-drops in the deck. I do, I promise. Definitely not mulliganing on the play. Go hit that 2-drop. We're never flipping Warden. Tunnel Tipster. Do you always bolt the bird, right? It doesn't stop them from playing a morph creature, which is their big thing, right? I think I'm gonna go with Gadget Tech. The next turn I can go Lightning Helix on their 2/2 Tunnel Tipster, preventing them from getting to the 5 mana. Okay, that was good. We took away one of their land sources. They didn't trade. We got them for 3. Not blocking there. That means they're not blocking. All right, the race is on. We've got the edge, I think. Would play out the Warden if I felt like we could have... We can do the Warden next turn plus flip tech. I'm just going to play the Braggart, though, right? Depends on if they have spot removal. Next turn we can go double ward. 6. If we hit a plains, then we can go flip tech and flip crowd. Pretty nice. Now we have Lightning Helix too. Braggart probably trades for 2, but I think we're still swinging here. Tech would trade for 1. They don't block, then I can go here. We can keep this option for hitting face. Not blocking, so we'll suspect it. There's a pretty big play versus draw. I mean, I've said it before, but like, I'm really happy we have the play here. Because like, if we were playing on the draw, it's really hard to switch it over in this set. Doesn't feel like my opponent has many options here other than just to be like in super trouble, right? If they put all 5 on the Braggart, it's an uber blowout, right? It's not Lightning Helix the 1/3. I think I'll go for the ward creature here. I'm gonna believe in drawing a plains. Essence of Antiquity, okay. Even booties. Dang, okay, well. I think we have likely that this is just lethal. Because like they have to double block the Braggart. Or have removal for the Braggart. Well, I guess they don't have removal for Braggart then. So they're still taking 5. That's fine. See, that was just impressive. What was my opponent supposed to do there? You can't block in this format. All right, so this is going to be our tough one, right? And then we hope we don't get screwed on the play. Okay. I think we keep this one because we have both colors. I think if I didn't have like the mana in here, I'd be a little bit more tempted to send this one back. Play the red so that we can have the option to Lightning Helix something. It's going to answer that nicely. Drawn enough land. I wonder if we bolt that. I'm going to go with no. I've got Inside Source versus Tech. I go with Inside Source. So if I play the Gadget Tech, I can flip and do the Lightning Helix, which worked nicely last time. This blocks both cards, though, with one. It's just so good. We don't have to play around a fuss or a bother. Start flipping cards here soon. My plan is just to go wide. I could have traded the 2/2 in there for the Sanitation Automaton. Alright, Defenestrated's fine. Good Lightning Helix target for sure. Do I want to send my 2/2 to trade with their Sanitation Automaton? I don't think so, because I'm just waiting for like when it isn't a trade, when I have a trick. So I think we're just going to keep taking 4 damage in the air, try to gain some life back with the Lightning Helix. Maybe I'm supposed to Lightning Helix and play this, so we can kind of flip the situation, because like if they flip this into something big and nasty, I'm in kind of trouble too. Alright, so we're going to have 6 mana next turn, and I have plenty of red. I have 4 red, which is very important, because then I can flip Tech, play Codebreaker, and do Lightning Helix. Holy cow, and we got on the job. And they don't have 5 mana. Hellion switches into a 6/6, so does the Crowd Control Warden, so they have exactly 10 damage, which wouldn't kill us with Lightning Helix. Hold up on the job? Okay, 5, 7, 9, 10. We don't quite win. I don't think I'm going to do on the job this turn. I think it's better to do the Lightning Helix and set it up for next turn. I want to play the Codebreaker here. Done on the job there. Act my dude. Still have a trick. 1. We're at 13. We have 5 attackers. This is the flip we needed. Glad they didn't have a +2/+2 or something like that, because that could have been bad. Lightning Helix doing its thing. Okay, Glint Weaver, that gives him some life. That gives him some cushion. Allowed him to get in. So Braggart's going to hit for 7. Other 1/1s will get in. Block. So they block Tech and they block Codebreaker. That's worse. So I think I hit him for like 10 next turn, so Glint Weaver's a pretty big deal here. Codebreaker doesn't trade into the rookie, and neither does Tech. Will they play around the Inside Source? I think I'm just going to go for the no blocks and Try to kill him with the inside source here, right? Or on the job, I mean. Otherwise, I could switch into chump block mode. Chump blocking the Sharp-Eyed Rookie while I try to win in the air through Defenestrated Phantom. I'm gonna go with no blocks. Oh! Should have gone with blocks. I get 3 more attackers. I 100% should have gone for blocks there. F. Well, I didn't know I was going to draw inside source. Okay, oh yeah, and then the Glint Weaver blocks the flyer. Okay. Here we go. Still flip the 2/2. Could be this. If it's the destroy artifact, they need 6. The worst case scenario here is that they attack all. My best case is that they just send the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Ooh, red. Oh boy. So it could be an offender at large. +3/+3 and trample would be bad. Want to wait? Alright, well, this is the life I chose. I don't think I have better attacks now or anything. I guess they don't have this tapped. Alright, so I guess we just trade a 1/1 because it's the weakest. 5, go to 2. Why don't you have haste? Can't do this. Don't want to do that anyway because we're going wide. I think we're just dead here. Best shots on the job. I think I maybe should have done it last turn. I guess if they... I leave... Well... Math, okay. 5, 9, 10... plus 4? No, plus 8. Do I get 8 damage from on the job? I have to come up with 7 damage? 7 damage has to get through. Multiple block this, 7 damage is getting through. They block here and here, 7 damage is getting through. So I think this is a lethal attack. Tapped out. Shouldn't have attacked with the creeper. Yeah, block the maximum damage showing. 10 damage, I have to come up with 5. I think I put the 3/3 on the 2/2 disguise, and then I put the 6/6 either on the Codebreaker or the 3/2. Yeah, sure. Guess this has upside that if I don't do anything, then the 3/3 doesn't die. I'm definitely blocking the face down card here, right? Haha, we won on the draw! Doable. We have Dog Walker on 2, and then we have Gadget Technician and Crowd Control on 3, and then we have On the Job after going wide. This deck can do it. We are going to play the Dog Walker out, I think, just as a 3/1. Looks like my opponent's on a mulligan. We're slightly under 50% to hit land 3. I think. Hide the shock. Nice. I mean, with On the Job, maybe it's right to just wait and then play 3, but we have so many 3-drops. Okay, Makeshift Binding, that slows things down. Or we're gonna flip and play another board creature. Don't want to trade, I want to go wide. On one more land. Nice. It's almost tempting to do the shock here. I guess we can do on the job in shock. And win on the draw, it's huge. Downside here is they have a combat trick, so the shock isn't going to kill the 3-2. Do it in response if they're going to try not to trade. And go for just flipping Warden. I think shock in response is better. Didn't have a combat trick. I'm going to try to shock the 2-2 at end of their turn. They have removal for the 7-7. We're not looking great. That was quick, though, wasn't it? Ah. Okay, wait, there was like a slight pause there. Maybe they're on full control. Does look like they're on full control. We lose that anyway. If I had gone for the plus there on the job, we could have shocked it, and then if they'd gone for the block, the land cycle would be fine. The removal for the 7-7. That's not great. But we can play out the Shady Informant, flip here, play out the Shady Informant, set up on the job next turn. It's a lot of land. This hits for 4 more damage, which would put them 2-4. Alright, let's... Could be running a Wrath. But if that's the case, that's the case. I want to maximize my threats for on the job next turn. Okay, Tolsimir that's a big boy. And lifelink. Nice. Land lets me flip face down card, trading for everything on their board. Tolsimir is a big... That's a card. Alright. They don't die here. Oh, wait, maybe they do. No, because of the lifelink. They go to 3. Good stuff, good stuff. Wow. Removal.deck, eh? They have Buried in the Garden, Makeshift Binding, Tolsimir. This is going to be a tough final boss. Gadget tech is good. Manually tap here to keep up Lightning Helix and the ability to flip. So maybe they don't have a lot of early game. Gosh, wow. Resolve, make a pit board. Now flip. So we get the 1-1. So they have 2 Buried in the Gardens and 2 Makeshift Bindings and Tolsimir. Holy crap. All right. Luck be a lady. We're up 1. You get at least one game on the play. Right, we won the game on the draw. So if we can do it again, then we win 2 games on the draw and we're bosses. Otherwise, we get 1 more chance on the play. Really? We really should win this one just for fairness, because we got that free win off of the guy conceding in game 1. So if we deserve to be in draft 2, we gotta win here. Damn it. Zero lander, okay. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, we're going mold to 5. There's a hand. Okay, so we put back a land. Administrated Phantom, probably. Or do we put back 2 lands? Put back 2 lands, though, then we're unlikely to draw the 3rd land. And then if we don't draw land 3, we're kind of in trouble. So, ouch. And against all of their removal, this is especially bad. Oh, they do have a 2-drop. Look at that. They're doing a good job. They have barely used more time than me, and they're on full control. Hard to come back from this spot, though. On, just draw lands off the top. We've got everything we need here. Just lands off the top. I can Lightning Helix and flip. Can't flip the Warden until we get double pip white anyway. If we don't block here, we go to 8. Back to 11. They can flip next turn on 5. I know they have a ton of removal. Okay. So if we hit a land, we're doing crowd control Warden. I just pray they don't hit land 5. Two damage shy. Can't block the disguise creatures. So we can have if I send 1, we die to a single thing of removal that we know they have a ton of. I don't like that. This flips into 6. 10, so we have 10 damage here. I think my best bet's to attack with one of these, flip it, play out the Shady Informant. That gives me 4 blockers, so I'm not dead to remove. I have to block everything across the board. Okay, so we're not dead. Might as well be. Damn it. Okay. Game 3. Maybe I didn't need to do the Lightning Helix sooner so I wasn't taking as much damage. That I could let some of those go. Or maybe I should just not mold a 5 on the draw. Let's get an unfair curve out. Just roll them. All right. Game 3. Have the play. For the first time, we have a 1-drop and a 2-drop into a 3-drop with Call with Surprise Witness and on the job. It is looking good. Keep. Start off with the goat. Definitely going to give Dogwalker the menace. 3-1 Vigilance Menace. The Vigilance, I guess, kind of doesn't work with the menace so well. But like, they'll have to use the Makeshift Binding on the Dogwalker. I can bring it back. I had to mulligan to 6. Okay. As long as we draw our lands, we should be okay. Whew. I was like, please, 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 please hit the land. Okay, 1, 2, 3 removal. Walker. Oh, gets exiled, so I don't actually get it back with Call of Surprise Witness. Dang. Ulsamir. Ulsamir is a problem. Watchdog, on the other hand, is not. Well, on the job trades. They take 7, they get a 1. I have 2 things left on the board. They have to double removal. And the goat can come in as a 1/1 flying menace. I think putting him to 1 makes perfect sense here. Could makeshift binding. That would be a way out of this, right? I guess goat's not dead either. Double spell, 2 creatures. Yeah, that's 1. There's 2. Codebreaker off the top for the win. All right. Tapped out. We're going to draft 2, baby!